We're happy to be here with both Todd and Van Winter. No relation, of course, no. And man, every time I turn around, you've either got the battery from Mars, the gauge from Mars, or something else that's just hard to comprehend where it goes next. Let's talk about the latest and greatest from Big Continent. Take it away.
Latest and greatest. Well, yeah, we love aviation. You know I love aviation.
I've heard that.
And when we can go, we really don't go as far as Mars, but when we can go out and find some really good technology and say, that's what we need. That's what we need in GA or commercial, or now for us even some military applications. We go out, we find a way to bring it back and make flying better, safer, more efficient, all the things we strive for, right, day by day. So yeah, we have got some more new products from Mid-Continent Instrument Company and True Blue Power, and Van can tell us a little bit about two of those. We were talking about cables and mic cables. So one of our newest items, lots of people use our USB chargers, and we have a whole family of those with a lifetime warranty because they're so good. Including PD technology. He's an expert on that. You want PD because that's the highest power. But then somebody said, well, why do you need a cable?
Yeah, so cut the cords was one of the taglines from the new product introduction video that we did. And so we've got 3 different wireless chargers that we're coming out with. The reason that they're different is they're kind of all different sizes. So we have one that's really thin wireless charger. We have one that has a larger charging area. Sometimes when you set your phone on a wireless charger, it's hard to find exactly where to place it.
We were doing that about 20 minutes ago.
Yeah. So this, with the largest charging area, you kind of have a little bit more space to put your phone down. And then we came out with a really compact one that's kind of in a square type shape. We know that our customers are going to be installing these in a lot of different places. They've already come up with some really good ideas and feedback, and so to be able to do one in that square format will be really nice if it's a tight spot to be able to install it. But yeah, they've been great. They're high power still. They're 15 watts. So I always tell people, when you think of those old white Apple brick chargers, those are only 5 watts. So wirelessly, we're doing triple that volume with these products, which is great.
Interesting.
And they're addictive. I don't know about you, but once you start going wireless, it's very convenient, and you want it every place, right? Including in your aircraft, especially in the cabin. But we will have cockpit solutions as well. So, just trying to make it easy, fast, convenient, modernized.
Outstanding. This systems as they are right now, how can they be utilized? Where are the regulatory pitfalls, if any?
Well, we received our TSOs. Again, that's the thing we do. You can get wireless chargers, but can you get a unit designed for aviation, as we understand, and do the certification, right, for the reliability and the safety aspect. So, as we've taken care of that worry, and then the installers can get creative and come up with the places. They already know where they would like to have them, so they can start refining that. We've already had some great discussions here at the show, so they're coming to an airplane near you soon. So no big hurdles, just creative installation opportunities.
I would imagine a show like this is kind of a treasure trove for folks like you, looking at how your gear is going to be implemented, some of the crazy ideas that come up, and more important, just what your customer or potential customer might be thinking.
Absolutely, and we try to be all ears. We try to help people understand these new technologies like the batteries and like the USB charge. Power delivery, that's one that people don't completely understand. Check our website, get to understand power delivery, because if you use your iPad or an EFB or even a laptop, and we can give you 120 watts in the aircraft, you need it, right? You need power. So.
Yeah, and I'll just add, with the TSO and all the testing that we do, what's great about our power products, our USB chargers and now our wireless chargers, is the TSO helps customers know there's not going to be any interference. Especially when you're charging wirelessly, customers ask, well, is this going to interfere with anything in the cockpit or any of the other systems? And so all the testing that our engineering department does to attain the TSO really helps put those fears at ease as well.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. But you guys are not a one-trick pony. What else? What else did you bring me to play with? Come on.
Well, we do like pilots. We love pilots, and pilots
And so
have
you should.
personal devices.
As a pilot,
of course,
this is
yes,
the
we
natural
love
way of the
Jim.
universe.
We do.
I keep telling my
Thank you.
wife the same thing.
Yeah, and yeah, so a lot of pilots are having issues. There's great opportunities to upgrade a panel. Sometimes it's a partial panel upgrade, right? You've got things and you're like, this is great, but I got a problem over here, and especially in today's world, but it's been coming, there are items that are obsolete. They become expensive to maintain, or you just can't get them, but you must have them in your aircraft. And so again, our engineers have been working on a project for quite some time and refining it, and we call it the flex gauge. And Van, you can give a little background on that as far as the history on flex when we revealed that.
Yeah, so I mean, we've been wanting to do digital gauges, you know, for as long as it's been in aviation. We had our SAM unit that came out several years ago, and that was kind of our first foray into the digital gauge market. And then we announced our custom flex product, this little guy, and I think you guys spoke about that on air last year. Mm-hmm. The feedback we got from customers was, wow, that's amazing. I can make that into almost any kind of instrument that I want. But what if I don't want to do a whole NRE project with you and the team? What if I just really only want an altimeter or really only want an airspeed? So what we announced this year is kind of the next step for Flex, which is our line of 2-inch instruments, which is encoding counter drum altimeter, an airspeed indicator, GPS clock, and our battery ACU that ties in with our lithium battery. So that allows us to be able to offer these to customers who maybe just need a one-off and don't want to go through the whole custom flex process, where a fleet operator might be willing to go the custom route for something they need.
Yeah, those are some of the common, you know, in our 60 years of supporting aircraft and pilots, we know those are some of the things that people need right now. But there are literally thousands of other potential designs for a pre-certified type of instrument to where we can help upgrade or replace existing products, whether they're digital, analog input, digital outputs.
I've got an idea for the greatest one of all time.
If you got the idea.
Netflix.
Well, that would be
Netflix,
one.
right?
Netflix.
There you go. Perfect.
We got to trademark that. Don't put it on air yet.
Yeah, there you go.
It's like
Too late.
It's like the pilots are so. What are they worried about in the panel? Oh, it's Yellowstone.
Yeah,
There we go.
We took this to the helicopter show recently, and
Oh, man.
those guys really need torque indicators. They want to know how much weight.
On top of that, the pedestal room, I mean, you were tighter cockpits, smaller instrumentation availability in terms of space. The pedestals are small, plus they're over here, they're over there, they're up here, they're down there. Yeah. You can put this, a 2 1/4, you can put anywhere.
Yeah, and what's great about it is it's a data converter and a data combiner as well. So you really can kind of shrink your systems to get more in the panel by using Flex. It's not just a display head. It really is doing a lot behind the scenes.
Outstanding.
Almost like a microcomputer, with that display. And that's our certification process on this. So if you've had an idea for a whole new way to look at an airspeed and maybe combine it with something, we've already got all the inputs and everything ready to go, tested, certified, and you can come in and say, I want that information, but I want it displayed in this unique way. Then we get together and we can do an application, and then in that case, you own the application. So you can sell it to other people.
Well, the
share it
rotor
with other
community,
people.
trend data in particular, in some conditions, could be
Definitely.
That's life and death, especially if you're in some high-stress environments.
Right, and data recording, and I'm going to say networking, right? So, having an isolated item, everybody's, if I could just get the data from that over here, or if I could use this and bring this in and then do a conversion and then send it over here, well, this little baby can do all those things. So the possibilities are immense. It would take hours to explain it. We've got great information on our websites for Mid-Continent Instrument Company. So go out there and check it out if you want to find more information. And of course too, at our company, you can actually talk to people on the phone. So you can use the website, but you can, call us up and have a conversation and discuss it with engineering, technical, or van, and start from there and go forward too. So.
Well, I'll tell you what, guys, you certainly filled up the MPI session very nicely. So every little bit helps. It was funny. The first question that comes after MPI is, well, anything new?
Right.
And, to me, there were a couple of highlights. I think Gogo 5G is going to take over a whole bunch of stuff, and that's pretty cool.
One.
But holy smokes, the limitless nature of Flex is very exciting. The display technology I'm seeing so far in the initial standard systems that you're building and so forth is very exciting. But what I can't wait to see is what Flex looks like next year. That's going to be the fun part. What's the next generation?
There may be quite a family, and people are going to have fun with it. But.
And just remember, when you come up with Netflix, it was my idea first.
Netflix,
Okay.
yep,
There you
you're
go.
on it.
I got to tell you. All righty. Well, I'll tell you what, folks. We are going to take a short break. James Hunter with ACR Electronics is on deck shortly. Craig Ledbetter from PS Engineering will be following us in just a few minutes after that. And that'll be done for the day. Keep in mind that we start again tomorrow at 12 noon. Through 3 o'clock, and at that point oh my goodness, load up the truck, head home, and have 2 days to get ready for Sun and Fun and insanity. Will we see you guys out there?
Yep.
Mid-Continent will be there.
We will be
absolutely, with bells on.
Well, we look forward to seeing you there. We are the daily for Sun and Fun, so
Excellent.
we are their media partner. So, matter of fact,
show.
if you guys aren't doing anything one of the mornings, we have the morning brief live.
Okay.
And we do that different places around, maybe in the Compass Rose, maybe we're doing it Tuesday with
That's
the
fun.
quote-unquote new TBM, which is as much as I'm allowed to say.
Cool.
NDA's this thick. So we'll have to get you on one of those mornings. We'll talk to you then.
Excellent.
So,
Thank you.
News Network's coverage of the 65th Annual AEA International Convention and Trade Show, live from New Orleans, is brought to you in part by the following sponsors.
Vantage is Avidyne's family of all-new flight display systems for retrofit and forward-fit applications. Initial certification will be Vantage 12, retrofit glass for legacy Cirrus aircraft. Vantage 12 brings advanced capabilities and adds new life to Cirrus aircraft, including large 12-inch diagonal hybrid touchscreen displays, 3D synthetic vision, and split-screen capabilities. Additional Vantage programs will be announced in the future.